like to go collect some of those, like, yeah.
Alright, you find...
Honestly, in my off time, I was just sat around thinking, what can I mix with that stuff to make super drugs? That's all I've been thinking about.
These ones are called exeliates.
Do I have any previous knowledge?
A shitload of possible side effects, and they are experimental medication. They had just entered the realm of drugs, so people were still wrapping their heads around how it reacts to the different substances. You think that you would need to test this with different things to understand maybe what it could add to the other material, because with everything it seemed to act completely different. You think it's dangerous if you're combining it.
I want at least 2 doses of that, one to test. And
Swear to God, if you use all the points.
Cinder and Sachiko.
You said there was a trolley cart. I'm gonna have one Cinder look at that. Just do a general look around the room, see if there's anything that piques her fancy as far as trap hiding place, spidey tingly senses.
You, with the service trolley, you think that there are lots and lots of bottles of perfume in there. There is a black light, cleaning equipment, and there is a small fridge to carry, food and such to the different rooms with the trolley. There is a drink and food dispenser. If you still also keep doing the overview look, you also find a paper. Otherwise, the entertainment station, even though it hasn't seen much use, behind lots of the devices, there are some scribbles. You just don't know how to reach it.
Yoink the paper, and I'll tap Artemis on the shoulder and
give
say,
the papers to me.
I'm not giving Artemis the paper. I'm having Artemis look at the scribbles. Hey, Artemis, there's something way back there that's written that I can't see. And then she turns to Sachiko. Hey, Sachiko, I found this. And she hands the paper.
Mr. Lawman stopped looking at things today and instead began a life of looking into them. I had foreseen this.
See, he's an undercover cop. I bet my ass on it.
Mr. Lawman, yeah. Very subtle.
I think that would be a very strange decision.
They'll never suspect a thing.
Okay, so first, when Artemis says he doesn't know Doctor's lab, Sachiko uses insight on him to see if he's being honest or not.
You think he's telling the truth?
Okay, and so first, Sachiko keeps the picture with the butler in it, and also picks up a doctor's lab picture and keeps those in her inventory. So I want to check the bed, but with my specific forensics to see if I learn anything.
You think that it was harm done to oneself by the person. You think it started with small cuts. You think whoever was making these cuts was looking closely and intently at their wound. So you think they were searching for something. And you think that this was done on multiple occasions, and all of it's from the same timeline as the original family and the mutations.
Okay.
We go to Artemis again.
Anything look vaguely interesting at a distance from the service trolley? I don't really want to spend a round on it, but...
You don't find anything amusing other than just whatever usages the blacklight might have.
Do I think that there's anything hidden in this room? Yeah, just a foraging roll looking for anything that might be of interest to me.
You find this cube-like container that you think, again, is just like the machete thing, as if someone was opening to look inside these devices. A secret bed top opening, just like the one in the father's room. There is no gun in it, there is no magazine in it, but you do find the secret opening.
Yeah, I'm done with that room then.
Cinder points behind the entertainment center.
Oh yeah, alright, I'll go read the scribbles with my perfect eyesight.
There are self-notes written on the inside of the back wall of the devices, as if the person thought, here is where no one would look. And there it's written, you are not real. Norman copied you. Find the main computer to delete. David's deaf. Amelia listens to the wall skin, so distract and hide. Noel?
I also want to have a look, because you said she was an insomniac, if she has any sleeping medication.
5 doses of it.
I'll take 2. Yeah, do I know anything about this specific brand? Do I have any knowledge?
First of all, very strong. Secondly, you guess that when mixed, it would make things less noticeable. It could make the effects of other medication, even if they're super physical, it might make the person oblivious to them. You don't know how exactly, again, just like the previous one, how exactly it would react with different things, but that's the direction.
Right. Alright, well, I want to take that and
Wait, when you say take, are you taking these all?
No,
one
no,
after
no, no,
another?
I'm just picking them up. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna go to the kitchen.
Cinder and Succ,
We're gonna have to group up and think on the writing. But for now, do you believe there's anything else in this room that needs looked into?
Well, nothing that interests me.
Would you mind staying with Sachiko and I? You have a great skill with searching, and I think that can be put to use.
I'd love to do anything for you, darling.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Are we on hugging level yet?
Sachiko is looking daggers at you, by the way.
I don't do touching.
Okay, fair enough.
Sachiko, with her body language, is making it very clear that she's not happy with the recent development.
and one thing to note, Artie, you specifically think the auto closet might contain more than just normal clothes as well, some sort of a vest.
I'll just have a look in there.
You think it's a Claynova vest?
Oh,
You don't know much about it other than forensically. You know that it's been inspected. You think, again, this has been opened as well to be looked into.
Does Cinder actually seem visibly excited when she sees the Claynova vest?
yes.
Yeah, then he'll give it to her.
Thank you. She does like a mock high five, like not touching, but just a like ha. Also, Sachiko, the Cinder Center, the one that has been with you, cuddles up to you and puts her arm around your waist and rests her head on your shoulder.
Sachiko, in a very awkward fashion, pats Cinder as if she wants to outwardly say there's nothing wrong, but she fails at being deceptive with her body language.
Yeah, that's why I don't do touching.
So I want to pick up the black light and I want to examine the bed and the entertainment station with it again.
Is there anything specific you look for? And if you want to keep it, I'll write it in your inventory.
So I will be going to room 15.
Artemis?
Bedroom 2, is that father and the mother's room? Have a peek there quickly. Artemis is just gonna put like, I'll be right back.
By the way, wasn't there a Sharpie in Butler's room?
No, but you think if you go through the playroom very carefully, you might find any sort of thing that could allow you to write on walls. So you could just quickly go and fetch one from there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cinder Company's Artie.
Up, there's a king bed. There is an open secret bed top. There's a retractable table. There is a wall slider. Down, there is a dressing table. There's the slider closet also down. Right, there is a fridge, and there are also pictures on the wall.
Interesting. And there were only pods for the family and the pet, right? There
Yes.
wasn't a pod for the butler.
No. There were, however, 7 stasis chambers in the stasis room.
I'll go in the stasis room then.
We go back to Noel.
Right, so am I able to find any coffee in the kitchen?
Yes, you can.
Like, imagine if you just like put way too much coffee in the mug and then you put like just like a quarter of the amount of water you needed, and it's less of a drink and more of a thick sludge. And I want to continuously do this, and with my small crackhead woman arms that I now have, I should be able to put my fist in the mug, push it down into a brick, and just continuously do this, re-wetting it until I've got a fucking block of coffee.
It's successful.
Okay, well, I want to immediately mix that with one of my gel packs.
You create a mixture of that. You have 8 of the preservative now. Let me write that down.
I should have 7 because I wanted to mix the XL, the antidepressants.
And 1 of that.
Then I just want to begin inspecting the interface of the fucking freezer.
From Noel, we go to Sachiko and Cinder. The room seems surprisingly empty, as if all of its items have been taken out. There's not even bed sheets, mattresses. Everything has been stripped down.
Can I use my forensics to see who or what and when might have moved things out of the room?
Probably dates back to during the apocalypse.
By any chance, this is the last question. By any chance, do I find anything that might give me clues about the brother-sister relationship?
Yeah, you think it was Amelia who probably did lots of the damage.
So even before the apocalypse.
During the apocalypse.
But this was the original generation of the family.
You think this probably was the family themselves, and there are even hints of mutation that you could find.
Are there any clothes in the closet at all?
None.
So this room is essentially just bare.
Cinder, I need to pee. Do you know where in this shelter one can pee in private?
In the bathroom?
In which there's no corpse?
Yeah, we haven't been in 17 yet. I can go check it out.
I guess, can we go to 17 first, then come to 16? Because I really need to pee.
Yeah, let's go, hon.
Artemis, again. You are met with a very strong, similar to the other places, very strong set of barricaded doors. You think initially, just like every other door, with the security system locked down, a welder has been used on them to open them by force. And you think from the other side, it's been welded shut. The door has marks on it that look like the power axe has been used on it, but nothing has happened. It hasn't been opened. You think that the door was punched, bloody, and that's what you know. That's what you see. There's only the slightest bit of gap between the bottom of the, gate.
Does my sneaky peeper fit?
There's a small chance that it could break.
I can make a new sneaky peeper if that happens. Or sorry, repair this sneaky peeper.
Yeah, sure. You are already so connected to this. No. I didn't say I would discard it. Slowly peek up. It is in the room. You can see little bits. You see the 7 pods there. From the lights, you think that 2 of them are inactive, and you think you can see the welder on the ground. Nothing to the right.
Can I look at the ceiling at all?
It's normal.
Now, carefully get the sneaky peeper out.
It still doesn't break.
Can I check, I want to thoroughly check all of the door, see if there's any weakness in the welding that me with my measly structural knowledge would know?
You think that explosives should do it? If the baby was alive, should have been able to claw it open.
Out of the power tools we've seen so far, any of those potentially? Or is that...
It would take a very long time.
Have we seen any explosives already made? Or... Artemis will just look over at Cinder and just... So, love, do you think we could blow this door down anyway?
Is this something that you think the pill bomb could do? Noel, dear.
I close the door. I close the door.
Unfortunately, you're in the kitchen and there's only a counter. There is no door.
I plug my ears.
The Cinder that is with Noel that has kind of built a rapport.
Before she can speak, I turn to her. Can you believe this shit?
Please hit him.
No.
Roll my eyes. Alright, fine.
Thank you.
I drag my feet all the way there.
Suchiko and the Cinder, who go towards the other bathroom.
Cinder will go in first.
Suchiko waits for Cinder to come out, muttering under her breath. It's good that I told her that I really needed to go.
Cinder, you don't find anything out of the ordinary, nothing peculiar.
Give Suchiko the privacy that she needs.
All right. Suchiko closes the door, checks to make sure that Cinder is not eavesdropping or trying to see through the door in any way, and then remove the mirror.
One thing to note, the same things that were scribbled behind the entertainment system, they're written here.
Okay. Suchiko is amused, but then she writes something on the wall herself, places the mirror back into place, and then she pisses for real, flushes, and goes out.
Back to Artemis, Noel, and another Cinder.
Noel, are you able to possibly find a weak point in this welded door?
So I'm going to use my weak points and architectural knowledge to do so.
You find the best place.
I'm just going to shrug. I mean, over there, I guess. I mean, as far as I know.
Yeah, I want to make some DIY earplugs.
All right, you do so.
Thank you.
Cinder is also going to be doing that.
Can I have a pair of those?
What, earplugs? Sure. Alright. Place the bottle where the weak point is. Run it and grab a few of the mini knives. Perfect aim to throw these knives to engage the bomb.
Knife blade goes ricocheting around the hall. It doesn't hit anyone.
Artemis looks at the ricochet places and is like, should have thought of that as well.
Cinder just smiles at her work and follows Artemis.
I'm just glad that this new arty has survival instincts.
The door is open. Which people enter first?
Not Artemis.
Yeah, be it Artemis simultaneously push Cinder forward.
Up, there's nothing noteworthy. Down, all of them in the separate pods. 2 empty pods there as well. To the left, there's a cabinet, emergency aid items stacked on it, and the welder is right there on the ground as well.
You said there was aid supplies?
25 points more worth of medical equipment, along with some sort of fuel, some sort of substance needed for the stasis chambers to work. About 3 units of that as well.
So that puts us up to 65 points, correct?
Yeah, 65.
So I wanna grab the stasis liquid and just show it to everyone. Say,
You see that each of the active ones already has one inserted into it. So you know that if one person was to enter stasis, they would have to use one of these.
but I can also use this to mix.
Of course.
Don't you dare.
Right, so I'm gonna turn to everyone and I'm gonna hold it up above my head and say, hey, if you see any more of this shit, it's fucking sick, and I want it.
Can you hold on using at least the ones that we have here for now? Just until we figure some things out? Just for a little while?
Well, considering I blew the wall open,
Excuse you?
I would suppose that one of these is mine. One of these is mine for my services. I'm negotiating here.
What is Artemis doing?
He's just going to be using forensics and forage around the room. Going to look through everything.
In the father pod, a gun is held by the father for quick use. And there is a vest, both highly technological. You think the sister has a notepad, very similar to some of the ones that Cinder found.
Interesting.
Noel, you know that the substance that has already been used for the ones that are preserving people in them, those can be disconnected as well, should you want to use them. And you also know that the lifetime on how long you can be in stasis is, for this type of machine, not much more than 2 years or so, and it's known to cause neurological and brain damage if you were to stay in this for longer. And you think, again, the safety mechanisms have all been disabled.
Right, so I want to at least tell everyone that, yeah, this is now a good plan.
Huh.
What else is around the room?
There is a cabinet, there is a welder.
Can I look in the cabinet?
You don't find anything specific, just the emergency aid stuff.
Does Artemis know how to release people from pods or not?
Yeah, it's very obvious with the interface.
Which one looks the least armed?
Well, the toddler?
All right, let's open the pod of who looks slightly more armed than the toddler.
Logan.
Let's go for Logan then.
Sachiko and Cinder?
Room sister. Room 16, I mean.
First of all, it's a mess, and it's filled with items all over the place, just insanely.
From the brother's room.
That as well, yes. You can find items from the brother's room as well, and it seems like things have been snatched from lots of different rooms. Otherwise, you think that this place has been gone through a couple of times. So it was initially a mess, but you think later on, it's been jumbled up even further. One of the things that catches your eye is shiny things under the bed and a note. Now that Logan has been exposed as the unreal, fake, non-existent, and important, and it scribbles on, Father has given me all of his Nailu game cards as well. He only pretended to like old games because I did anyway. I have to admit, there are games in the pile that I never knew existed and can't even run. I can even use them for decorations, but they're mine and mine only. And then there are barely readable scribbles, as if she's used the rest of the paper to note down reminders for decoration ideas for her room. And you think that this paper was held by someone way after it was written, and you think this resembles some of the other papers and probably was taken out of the pile and kept that way. So you think someone was holding it while going through this room.
Medic on the state of mind of the person.
Who has written this down is Amelia. It seems like there is an obsession with the fact that she's earned something and wants to brandish it.
Is acting like a crow. So I want to go through items. I want to see first of all if Emilia has ever made her way here or not. I want to see if there is any pattern to what the Emilia collected before mutating into a full monster. And also kindly ask Cinder to see if there are any hidden compartments here that might hide things we can't see.
Cinder will happily do so.
You do find under the bed trophies and medals, all of them Katniss High, a high school. Succ, with the questions you had, Amelia has definitely been here, but during the apocalypse, she then exited this place. But you think she was mutating as time was going on and as she was living here.
Does this high school sound familiar to me, Evie?
Yes, it's the close by high school specializing at those who excel at fitness or sports. And also, one little thing to note, only 2 of them have Amelia's name written on them. Others seem to just be random trophies from the Katniss High school.
Seems like 2 of these are Amelia's.
Artemis, Noel, and the other 2 Cinders.
I tried to open one of the pods.
You open Logan Tromment's pod.
I'll use Escape Artist, and also I will remove my earbuds.
The eyes open, but they're completely out of focus.
Can I use my little sneaky peeper to shine a direct light into its eyeballs?
No one's home. No reaction. However, the vitals are steady.
These'll be nice bait.